A sharp voice slices through the quiet of a grand hotel lobby. "Sir, you need to leave, right now." Heads turn. Crystal chandeliers hang above, polished marble gleams under soft yellow lights, and wealthy guests sip coffee on velvet couches while pretending not to stare. Standing at the center of it all is a black man in clean black jeans, a fitted dark sweater, and simple boots. He holds nothing but a worn leather carry-on and a calm expression that makes him look out of place in the best way possible. He doesn't argue. He doesn't shout. He simply watches the hotel manager, a middle-aged white man in a perfect suit with a badge that screams power, step closer with crossed arms and a tight jaw. The manager raises his chin like he's done this before and speaks louder, letting every guest hear the embarrassment. This hotel does not hand out penthouse keys to people who walk in off the street. Some guests raise their phones. Others whisper. But the man with the carry-on doesn't flinch. He has been in rooms like this many times, seen eyes like those many times, heard words like that far too many times. What no one around him knows, not the manager, not the staff, not even the woman filming from behind a sofa, is that in just 20 minutes, he won't be the one getting kicked out. They will. He has felt this kind of sting before, not the words themselves, but the meaning behind them. As he stands there in silence, memories flicker in his mind like old scars that never fully healed. There was the time at 20 when a conference kicked him off the speaker list because security thought he was the equipment boy. Then again at 34, when a salesman at a luxury car showroom laughed and refused to even unlock the car he came to buy. This hotel is just another test, another quiet wall, another set of eyes judging him before he speaks. But he is not shaken. He looks around the lobby slowly as if studying the room, not begging for a place in it. His voice does not rise. His shoulders do not drop. He is not here to prove anything, not to them. Still, deep inside, he knows exactly what he is going to do. As he waits for the next move, his calm seems strange to everyone watching. They don't know his name. They don't know his history. And they definitely have no idea that this time, the ending will not be like the others. The manager leans over the front desk, tapping his fingers in fake frustration as he stares at the computer screen. "Your name isn't in the system," he says loudly, making sure everyone hears it. The black man stays where he is, hands resting lightly on his carry-on. "I booked the penthouse under Brooks," he repeats gently. The manager doesn't bother checking again. He just smirks, glances at a young receptionist beside him, and whispers something meant to shame. The receptionist looks uneasy but stays quiet. Seconds later, the manager waves for hotel security. Guests begin to murmur. A teenage girl on the red sofa slowly lifts her phone to record. The room grows tense. The man doesn't move, doesn't speak. His calm only makes the manager angrier. "Security will escort you out if you don't step aside," the manager says with fake politeness wrapped in real disrespect. Somewhere in the lobby, a businessman in a gray suit watches with narrowed eyes, while a couple near the elevator stop talking mid-sentence. The manager keeps pushing, thinking he's winning. What he doesn't know is that every glare, every refused click on the keyboard, every loud lie told in front of an audience is building something bigger. A storm that is just seconds away from breaking open in front of everyone watching. The moment security steps forward, everything shifts. One officer, broad and stern, walks toward him with heavy boots, already treating him like trouble before a word is spoken. The manager points at him, loud enough for the whole lobby to hear. He's refusing to cooperate. That's when the real humiliation hits. The manager reaches over the counter, grabs the man's carry-on bag, and drops it on the floor as if it's trash. Gasps ripple across the room. Phones come up faster now. The teenager filming whispers, "Did he really just do that?" A woman in pearls looks horrified. A couple at the coffee bar shake their heads, their cups forgotten. And still, the man stays still. No anger, no raised voice, just eyes that say he's seen this script far too many times. "Are you sure you want to do this?" he asks quietly, not as a threat, but like a warning. The manager smirks, convinced he's got full control. Outside of the hotel windows, clouds roll slowly over the street. Inside, the atmosphere thickens. Everyone senses it, something big is about to happen. Even if they don't know what it is yet. Without warning, the calm man reaches into his coat and pulls out his phone, not to call security, but to tap a single button. His voice stays low as he speaks into it. Go ahead. Start Protocol 9. Across the lobby, a nearby computer screen suddenly flashes red. Another desk monitor freezes. The receptionist gasps, stepping back. The manager frowns, confusion cracking through his confidence as every computer behind the front desk locks itself. What did you just do? He snaps. The man steps forward, placing his phone gently on the marble counter, eyes steady. You should have checked my name, he says softly. Another screen beeps. Lights above the desk flicker. Phones in the crowd start buzzing as guests receive alerts. The manager tries typing furiously, but every key responds with the same message: access denied. Panic replaces arrogance. Then comes the next quiet bombshell as the man slowly clears his throat and says to the entire lobby, my name is Elijah Brooks, CEO of Brooks Holdings, and this hotel, he pauses, letting the silence do the work, runs on my company's system. The lobby freezes. The security guard stiffens, unsure of what to do next. The guests who were recording now hold their phones even tighter. The teenager's eyes widen. The manager stares at him, speechless, because for the first time, he finally realizes who he just tried to humiliate. The crowd doesn't cheer, not yet. They simply watch as all the power in the room swings to Elijah without him having to lift his voice even once. Phones keep recording. The manager stumbles backward, pale and sweating, while the hotel director rushes out from a side door, trying to take control. She talks fast, demanding answers, telling the staff to shut down cameras, but none of it works. Elijah stands calm, hands still on the counter, as another voice comes from his phone speaker, a woman from his headquarters calmly reading out names for termination: Gregory Madsen, hotel manager; Rebecca Langston, director of guest operations. Each name hits the air like a hammer. Red lights on the desk flash as their staff passes get shut down in real time. Security, please escort them out, Elijah says softly. The same guard who was about to throw him out now hesitates, then nods, and turns toward his former boss. Guests whisper, stunned. Some look ashamed for staying silent earlier. Others nod in approval as Gregory and Rebecca are walked toward the exit, trying to argue but realizing too late it's useless. Elijah doesn't shout, doesn't threaten. He simply watches them go, showing the lobby, not just what power looks like, but what justice looks like when it finally walks in wearing patience instead of pride. As the glass doors slide shut behind the disgraced staff, the lobby slowly shifts from shock to quiet respect. A few guests lower their phones. Others keep filming, not for more drama, but so they can remember what they just witnessed. One elderly woman wipes a tear and whispers to the teen beside her, they treated him like he didn't belong, and he owns the place. Elijah stays still for a moment longer, the weight of the room settling around him like a final lesson carved in stone. He doesn't smile or gloat. He simply picks up his worn leather carry-on, nods once toward the remaining staff who chose silence over cruelty, and steps away from the desk. He walks toward the elevator alone, head high, footsteps calm against the marble that once tried to push him out. When the doors close behind him, the lobby finally exhales. Some clap softly. Others bow their heads, moved. Outside, his black SUV waits at the curb, engine humming. Elijah pauses only once as he gets in, glancing back at the Golden Hotel sign. Not to remind himself of his power, but to remind them of their mistake. And as the car pulls away, the story doesn't end, it begins to spread. Because now, everyone watching has to ask themselves just one thing, *, if you were standing there, would you have stayed quiet too?